Welcome back. Today we are tackling the ultimate what if. If you could put the two greatest physiques in history on the same stage, in their prime, who walks away with the Sando Trophy?
You're talking about the Oak versus the King, Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Ronnie Coleman. This isn't just a comparison of muscles, folks. This is a clash of two entirely different philosophies of human potential.
Exactly. On one side, you have the man who brought bodybuilding to the masses, the seven-time Mr. Olympia who looked like a Greek god carved from marble.
And on the other, the man who broke the scale. 8-time Mr. Olympia, 300 pounds of shredded muscle, and perhaps the strongest man to ever grace the stage. Lightweight, baby.
Let's look at the numbers first, because they tell a story of two different eras. Arnold competed in the 70s at around 235 pounds on a 6'2" frame. His chest and arms were legendary, a 57-inch chest and 22-inch arms.
Now, fast forward to the late 90s. Ronnie Coleman was 5'11" but stepped on stage at nearly 300 pounds of pure granite. We're talking about a guy who is 60 pounds heavier than Arnold but 3 inches shorter. The sheer density is mind-blowing.
But bodybuilding isn't just a math equation. Arnold was the king of aesthetics. His vacuum pose, that high bicep peak, and his tapered waist, he looked like an athlete. He looked like something a human could be.
True, but Ronnie redefined freak factor. When Ronnie turned around and hit a back double bicep, the show was over. Every muscle fiber was visible. It wasn't just size, it was conditioning that Arnold's era hadn't even dreamed of. In the 70s, you were cut. In Ronnie's era, you were grainy.
Their workouts were as different as their bodies. Arnold's was the king of volume and the pump. He'd spend 4 or 5 hours a day in Gold's Gym doing 20 to 30 sets per muscle group. It was about sculpting, visualizing the muscle growing.
And Ronnie took a different path, power bodybuilding. He didn't just want to look strong, he was the strongest. We've all seen the footage. 800-pound squats for reps, 800-pound deadlifts. He trained like a power lifter and ate like a machine.
Arnold's used high frequency, training each body part 3 times a week. It was high intensity but focused on the mind-muscle connection. He famously said that the pump was the most satisfying feeling a bodybuilder could have.
And Ronnie's motto was, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but nobody wants to lift no heavy-ass weights. He pushed the human body to its absolute breaking point. It's why his physique was so dense, but it's also why he's had to undergo so many surgeries since retiring. He paid the price for that greatness.
We have to talk about legacy. Without Arnold, bodybuilding might still be a niche subculture in dusty basements. He made it cool. He took it to Hollywood, to politics, to every corner of the globe. He is the reason the supplement industry is a multi-billion-dollar business today.
No argument there. Arnold is the greatest ambassador fitness has ever had. But Ronnie is the gold standard for the mass monster era. Every pro today, from Big Ramy to the guys in the open division, they are all chasing the size that Ronnie proved was possible.
But did that change hurt the sport? Some say Ronnie started the trend toward the distended stomach and extreme size over beauty. Arnold's physique is still what every kid in the gym wants to look like. Ronnie's physique is something you admire, but you don't necessarily want it for yourself.
That's a fair point. Arnold is the dream, Ronnie is the nightmare. One is art, the other is an explosion of biology.
If they stood side by side today, Arnold wins the front double bicep and the side chest. His posing was superior. It was a performance, a dance. He knew how to hide his flaws and show his strengths.
But Ronnie wins the lat spread, the rear double bicep, and the most muscular. If you judge by modern IFBB standards where size and conditioning are everything, Ronnie wins 10 times out of 10.
But if we're judging on who is the best bodybuilder, as in who built the most perfect human form, that's where the debate never ends.
So, the big question, who is the GOAT?
For me, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bodybuilding is about the pursuit of the ideal man, and Arnold hit that target perfectly. He's the icon.
I'm going with the king, Ronnie Coleman. In a sport about being the biggest and baddest, no one has ever reached Ronnie's peak. He is the ultimate evolution of human muscle.
It's a tie that will never be broken. One built the house and the other blew the roof off of it.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the iron. Let us know in the comments, are you Team Oak or Team King?